Horses are the most magnificent and merciful creatures in the world, and I can honestly say, Sophie, my horse, not only changed my life but saved it. She taught me a lot of responsibility, and my parents always said that a horse was a great idea because it kept me out of trouble, away from boys and drugs. Most importantly, however, the time I spent with her got me through tough times, like my parents' divorce and transitioning into high school, which we all know is not always so easy. Sophie has been my companion since I was 12, and at 26, I can say I've cared for her for over half my life. She came to college with me when I moved from Virginia to upstate New York, and when I graduated, she moved with me to Rhode Island, the Ocean State, where I currently board her at Seabreeze Stables. Seabreeze Stables is a co-op in southern Rhode Island. There are 8 horses and 5 owners. It is self-care as opposed to full care because all we pay for are the stalls, but we share the responsibilities of caring for the horses and keeping the barn neat and organized. We all cover our assigned shifts during the week. The board is $150 a month, whereas full care on average in New England is usually between $450 and $750. Every morning, weather permitting, they are turned out to the paddocks, also referred to as fields. Every day, the horses are fed and watered in the morning and in the evening, whether inside or out. Indoors, 2 5-gallon buckets should suffice for the average-sized horse. I feed her Equine Senior, which is a special formula fed to older horses because it is easier to digest. This aids in the avoidance of colic, which can be fatal to a horse because their intestines can tangle due to their inability to vomit when blockage occurs. Sophie has survived colic twice, in addition to a kidney failure one extremely rough winter. Sophie's stall needs to be cleaned every day, and occasionally it needs to be stripped completely, and lime is spread on the floor of her stall to avoid the possibility of bacteria growth. The wheelbarrow is dumped at the manure pile, which needs to be kept as far from the barn as possible to minimize problems with flies and other animals, and of course bacteria. Another expense is supplying her stall with fresh shavings. Although on occasion you can find free sawdust from lumber yards, but you have to be careful that it is not too dusty or pressurized due to chemicals that may be harmful to the horses. This year I purchased a new outdoor blanket for Sophie, and although they cost quite a bit of money, quality blankets only need to be replaced every few years. Her blanket has to be removed for grooming before riding. The best thing to do is to cross-tie the horse for grooming. Cross-ties should have quick-release hooks in case the horse spooks or there is another kind of emergency. Grooming a horse before riding is necessary and beneficial to both horse and rider. In addition to keeping the horse clean and healthy, it is a time for the horse and rider to establish a bond. It should increase levels of confidence, which you definitely want before a ride. You usually begin with a rubber brush that has an uneven surface to break up any chunks of mud the horse may have on its coat from rolling outdoors. Then you use a rough bristled brush to remove the mud. Then you switch to softer bristled brushes as you proceed. During the winter, it is a good idea to use spray-on moisturizers to keep the horse's coat and skin in good condition through the dry, cold winter. The horse's hooves should also be picked or cleaned daily, and especially before and after a ride, to avoid any stone bruises, often caused by stones lodged in the horse's hooves. A stone bruise will make a horse lame. When saddling the horse, you want to approach on the horse's left side. The girth, the strap that stretches across and under their bellies, needs to be tightened before actually mounting to ensure that the saddle is secure. The headpiece is called the bridle and should also be applied from the horse's left side. When mounting the horse, you do so from the horse's left side. The reins should be collected in your left hand, left foot in the stirrup, tip of your foot pressing against the girth, and lift your body, swinging your right leg over the saddle and horse's back. Place your right foot through the right stirrup. Now you are ready to ride. All the hard work and dedication certainly pays off in the end, for this is as close to paradise as I have ever come.
Welcome to paradise. Damn you all to hell! You finally done it! Alright.